Did you know that you can create your own datasets from Wikipedia? Let me show you how. Alright, so this is probably a page that's at least a similar page that you've seen before. So, you have the information about everything, you have different chapters, and you also have these information cards, showing you who directed this movie, who was starring in this movie and everything. But there is actually another way of accessing this information, and that is called Wikidata. So wikidata.org is a place where we have all the structured data in the same place. So I'm going to look for Parasite here, South Korean black comedy thriller film. And again, I see here this is an instance of a film. This is the image, an image from the movie. It's named after Parasite. Its title is this in Korean. You can also get different names in different languages also. It's very rich information. And you can get the genre, you can get the title, everything. So this is very structured information. And this is very rich information that we can collect actually using a query language called SPARQL. And it's very easy. So in this video, I want to show you how to do this, how to collect this information so that you can create your own projects. Because this is just information that's out there, that's available to us. We just need to collect it. And just so you know, this is called a knowledge base, basically. I don't know if they officially call themselves a knowledge base, but it's basically a place where you can have information about different entities. So, movies, people, buildings, cities, countries, animals, diseases, for example, where you can get information, detailed information about these places, all in one place. Of course, this is crowdsourced information, so that means anyone can contribute to it. So if I want, I can add a lie somewhere here. So that's why when you're collecting information or collecting data from these places, you have to be a little bit wary of what you're seeing. You need to take everything with a tiny bit of a grain of salt, but still, this is a great source of data, and I think this is a very good skill to have, to know how to use SPARQL and know how to collect information from Wikidata. So let's get started with that. So luckily, Wikidata has a query platform by itself, so you just need to go to query.wikidata.org, and here you can just put any query that you want and collect information. There is also query examples. I'll show you how to reach to them, query examples. Wikidata thankfully gives us a lot of different examples of what kind of queries that you can make, popular eye colors among humans, etc., etc. It gives you some examples. So these are good, but I prepared my own query by changing or altering one of the example queries that they give us. I want to show you that one, and I want to walk you through it to show you how you can do it yourself. And it looks like this. And this query, basically, what it gives me is for every director that has ever got an Academy Award for Best Director, the movies that they got the award for, and the genres of these movies. So I know this looks a little bit crazy when you first look at it. It's very confusing. I remember being extremely overwhelmed, but everything really makes sense. Now I've started to really like SPARQL query language. If you have ever worked with any sort of query language, you probably are familiar with it a little bit. So here we're basically selecting the columns that we want to produce. So we want to see the director, the name of the director. I'll tell you what this label stands for in a second, and when they gained this award, when they got this award, the name of the film, and the name of the genres. So genre itself and the label is a little bit different. We'll see why. So let me run this query and see the result first. Alright, so we are getting a list of directors, the award that they received, and when they received it in the movie and everything. So you can see that there is, for the director, we have this weird thing here, and then we have the director's name, and he received the 92nd Academy Award for Best Director on this time for this movie, which had this genre. Okay, so how does this whole thing work? First, these things with the question marks are basically variables, or variables. Yes, variables. And we don't know what these are for now. WDT says it has to have a certain property. So if I go here, for example, just to show you, Instance of is a property. Image, named after, title. So these things are properties of things. So here, what we're saying in the query is, give me all things that has the property number this and this that corresponds to this. So when you only say WD, it becomes an entity itself. So apparently when you click it, double click it, it shows you what entity it is. So the director entity has this ID. So the Wikidata in itself has IDs specifically. So for example, for Parasite, we can see the ID is this. So I'm saying, give me all things such that they have the occupation or the subclass of property that corresponds to director. So that's what I'm saying. So Wikidata doesn't really work with strings directly. It works with these IDs of things. So as you can see, the properties have IDs and also entities have IDs. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. And then it says, give me the section that is named award received. So you can say this with only by giving it a P. You're saying, give me the section that has the name award received, and I put it in a variable called award stat. So if we go see here, first I need to find a director because this is for directors, and I want to go to the section award received. All right, so he has 2 awards that he received. One of them is Palme d'Or. Don't judge me on that pronunciation, please. And Academy Award for Best Director, right? So this, keep going to the wrong place, award stat corresponds to all of this thing. All right, so that's the variable that we have here. And what I'm saying is, in award stat, I want to get statement is subject of and put it in the award variable. So statement is subject of 92nd Academy Award. So this is the information that I have inside award. And moreover, I want to add an extra filter on top of this. So what I can say is the award received, as I did here, needs to be Academy Award for Best Director, because you might get an award in 92nd Academy Awards, but it could be an award for Best Leading Actor. So we don't want that. What we want is the Academy Award for Best Director. So that's why I'm saying for award stat, I want to put this one in the award. The statement and subject goes into award, and the award received should be the Academy Award for Best Director. All right. So after I've done that, I had the award stat, right? What if I want to get the name of this movie? So for that, if I look here, I say, okay, I need to come here. I need to be in this one, and I want to get for work. So for which work did he get the Academy Award for Best Director? So for that, what I need to see is I click on this property. It takes me to his page. It tells me which property ID it has. So then I can copy this and put it here, and I'm saying, okay, I also want to get the property for which work he got this specific award, and that's Parasite. All right, so let's talk about labels. So for now, we have director, right? We have award stat, we have the award itself, but these things are actually just IDs or entities themselves. So not the, one entity. So this whole thing is an entity. This whole page is one entity. And to get the name of this entity, so this thing, to getting this part, is getting the label. So that's just the labels. This is the ID, that's the label, and ID corresponds to the links to the whole entity. So as you can see, the director here gives me a random weird looking thing. So if I click it, it actually takes me to this person, this director's page, but I want the label. So there are a bunch of ways to do this. One of them is just use this Wikipedia, Wikibase label service. So you're saying, whatever entity I have, I want to be able to just say director label. I want to be able to add just label and then get the label of it. And that's fine. That's the one way of doing it. But there's another way of doing it, which is to say RDFS label. So it's kind of like getting a property of it, but this time you're getting a label and you're saying for films, label, put it in film label variable. And you can also filter on top of it. You can say the language of the film label needs to be in English. Otherwise, it will give you a translation of the name of the movie too. So you don't want that. All right, I hope this is clear. So what we did so far is we were looking at all the directors. So we're on the directors page. So for everyone who, let's see the occupation, who has the occupation of film director or is a subclass of director, as we see here, who is either a subclass of director or has the occupation of director, we want to see the ones that have been awarded an Academy Award for Best Director. This is where I determine that. And I also want to get the film that they got awarded this Academy Award. So you're basically walking step by step. All right. And what if you want to learn more about this movie? Then what you do is you're saying, okay, you need to go inside the movie itself. Now you're in the movies page. It's always good to have an example that you walk through, but like basically how this is going to happen is it's going to do a search of everything that is of this property or everything that complies with the conditions that you're giving it. So, okay, what information can I get from it? There's a title, the genre, country of origin, publication date, etc., etc. But let's say I'm doing this work because I want to see how I want to create a machine learning algorithm that gives me the likelihood of a movie which is nominated for Oscars to get the Oscars, right? So for this, let's say what else? What kind of other information can I have? Yeah, maybe I also want the genre. Okay, so how can I get the genre? I have the film variable, and I need to get the genre of it, and apparently genre has P136 ID as a property. So then I say, give me the genre of the movie using this property ID, which is the genre of the movie. So that's just one way you can do that. And yeah, and then you'll be collecting the genre of the movie too. And for award, I want to see the point in time that this award was given. So how can I do that? Again, I need to go back to the director and the award section. The award, he is a 92nd Academy Award. And I go in there again. All right, 92nd Academy Award. And I want to see when this was given. And for that, apparently we use the point in time variable. So I look for point in time. 9th of February 2020. Let's say, yeah, that looks correct. This is when this award was given. So then, luckily, at the end, we have this data set that we can download. You have the name of the director, you have the name of the award, which time it was given. You can extract the year from that if you like. You can get the label of the movie and the genre. But one thing you can realize is it creates redundant rows if one feature or one trait of this film has more than one information or one data point. For example, the movie Roma apparently is a drama, and that's the only genre it has, so it only creates one row for it. But movie Parasite is a black comedy and a drama and a comedy film and a thriller film, so then it creates 4 rows for this one film. This is actually just one instance, so this is just something you need to keep in mind while you're collecting data. Okay, so this is fine, right? We collected all the directors that have ever received an Academy Award for Best Director, and the name of the movie they got it for, and the genre of those movies. But what if I also want to collect the people who were nominated an Academy Award for Best Director, but not awarded, didn't get it, so that I can use this collection of 2 data sets I can use collection of these 2 data sets to create one data set that I can feed to my machine learning model. So once you did this, if you want to download your data, you can just download it here. It's nice that you can also determine what format you want your data in. So this is one thing. Okay, so how can I see what to change here to collect the directors that were nominated the Academy Award for Best Director. So to do that, basically we're saying, okay, here what we used is, let's see, okay, 166 was award received. So we want something that's kind of like nominated for. Let's think of someone who was nominated but didn't get the award. I think Black Panther maybe was nominated an Oscar but didn't get it. Let's see. Nominated. Yes. So apparently it got nominated for Academy Award for Best Picture. I don't know if it didn't get it. In 2019. Oh, right. So then the only change I need to do is to change the values where I had award received as a property, what nominated for. I need to get the ID of nominated for, which is this apparently. So I take this and then I change this one. So again, I'm saying all the directors, all the people or all the things, all the entities in Wikidata that are either have the occupation of or a subclass of the director entity, and they are nominated for a certain award. And this award is subject of something Academy Award. This is just thing this is just a variable. And then I'm saying they also need to have been award received for Academy Award for Best Director. Anything else I need to change? I don't think so. So if we run this, we should get all the nominations for Academy Award for Best Director. All right, so as expected, this is actually more results. So apparently Yorgos Lanthimos was nominated for Academy Award for the Best Director. So 91st Academy Award for Best Director. And again, we get the genre label. So if you download this, make sure to add some sort of flag that these people were nominated, not awarded. And, maybe you can add an extra column here. It says like 0 or false. And for the other data set where people were awarded, you can populate that one with true or 1. And then you will have a nice data set and you can just train whatever machine learning model that you want on it. So I know this looks complicated. How I learned this was basically just like pushing, Googling things and just trying to understand how everything works. But once you just like go on these pages and just click around, it's so much fun. Maybe you don't want to do it for like movies, but you want to do it for cars, all different car make and models, what year they were made in, what kind of metal was used in them or something like that. Don't know much about cars, so I'm just making things up. So it's like crew members, okay, which crew members were in which movie, what is more likely, blah, blah. You could just make a lot of different machine learning problems out of this. So I think this is very fun. If you have any questions, also don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. I know this is very complicated. I really hope I did a good job explaining it. But also, if you want to see other examples, simpler examples, go ahead and check the examples that are on Wikipedia. It's very simple. It's very nice, they start from simpler things. I was kind of maybe ambitious, starting from already collecting Academy Award winners. But yeah, go check it out. I think this will be like a very impressive thing to show also to employers if you want to become data scientists at the end. Or you don't even know, maybe this will be a source of data you can collect for the work for your employer right now, for the company that you're working for right now, or for the side hustle that you want to create. This could actually be a really good data source. So definitely go check it out. I would really highly encourage you to try to understand how this works. And yeah, again, I hope I did a good job. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, I'll see you around. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, why not give it a like? And maybe even subscribe. It's nice for me to see when people like things, and also kind of motivates me to do more of this work when I see that people are following me. And on top of that, if you're thinking, well, Musra, I like the way that you're teaching things, maybe then you should go check out my course called Hands-on Data Science, Complete Your First Portfolio Project. I'll be sure to leave the link somewhere here if I can, or maybe in the description. It is a project course where we start from scratch scratch to do a data science project and take it all the way to the end where we have a presentable project. And this course will give you the skills to finish a course independently by yourself, and also just teach you how a data scientist thinks and works. So if you want to become a data scientist, or if you're just a person who wants to update their skills and know how to work with data and just become a relevant person in today's world, go check out this course. I'm sure you will not be disappointed. So thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you around.